No more excuses. No more waiting. Your life won't change unless you change. Every day, you wake up with the same thought. Tomorrow I'll start. Tomorrow I'll be better. Tomorrow I'll chase my dreams. But tomorrow never comes. Days turn into weeks, weeks into months, and before you know it, years are gone. Wasted, lost, gone forever. Most people die full of regrets, dreams they never chased, risks they never took, a life they never lived. The question is, will you? Are you going to be one of them? One of the millions who let fear, doubt, and laziness kill their potential? Or are you going to stand up and say, enough? Because here's the truth, nobody's coming to save you. No one is going to do it for you. The world moves on, with or without you. So tell me, how much longer will you lie to yourself? Beat drops, suspenseful pause, then builds up. This is your wake-up call. Right here. Right now. Decide. Because if you don't, life will make the decision for you. Listen to me carefully. And no one is coming to save you. Not your family. Not your friends. Not your boss. Not even luck. If you sit there, waiting for life to magically fix itself, you will wake up one day and realize you wasted it all. Backhand index pointing right. How many years have you already wasted? Backhand index pointing right. How many more will you let slip away? You say you want change, but your actions? They tell a different story. You complain about being stuck, but you do nothing to change it. You say you want success, but you waste hours scrolling through your phone. You dream of a better life, but you keep making the same excuses. Fire. No more waiting. No more waiting. No more waiting. Fire. Because here's the harsh truth. Life will move on with or without you. Think about it. 5 years from now, you will either be proud of your choices or drowning in regret. Skull. The world doesn't stop for your pain. Skull. The clock doesn't pause when you feel tired. Skull. Time doesn't care about your excuses. So tell me, are you ready to let another year slip away? Pause. Music slows down, heartbeat fades, suspense builds up. Or will you stand up and fight? Because if you don't, no one else will. Backhand index pointing right. Decide today. Decide now. Because your future depends on it. He sat in the dark, staring at the cracked walls of his tiny apartment. No money. No job. No hope. Broken heart. He had lost everything. Broken heart. His dreams? Crushed. Broken heart. His confidence? Gone. It wasn't always like this. There was a time when he believed in himself. He had dreams, big dreams. But then, life hit him hard. Backhand index pointing right. He lost his job. Backhand index pointing right. His bills piled up. Backhand index pointing right. His friends stopped picking up his calls. And the worst part? He started believing this was all he was ever going to be. Thought a loon. Maybe I'm just not good enough. Thought a loon. Maybe success isn't for people like me. Thought a loon. Maybe I should just give up. And that's exactly what he did. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. He wasted time, drowning in self-pity, making excuse after excuse. Until one night, something changed. It was 2 a.m. He looked in the mirror and didn't recognize the person staring back at him. Skull a man who had given up. Skull a man who had let life break him. Skull a man who was slowly dying, even though he was still breathing. Then, out of nowhere, a voice inside him screamed, "Fire! No more! Fire! Collision, no more excuses. Collision, no more waiting. Collision, no more living like a dead man." He had a choice: stay stuck or fight back. And that night, he made a decision that would change everything. He woke up at 5 a.m. He applied to every job he could find. He started exercising. He cut out toxic people. He read books. He worked harder than ever before. And guess what? Backhand index pointing right a week later, he got a call for an interview. Backhand index pointing right a month later, he had a new job. Backhand index pointing right a year later, he had rebuilt his life. Flexed biceps not because of luck, not because of a miracle, but because he refused to quit. Rocket, and now I ask you, Pushpin, what will you do when life knocks you down? Pushpin, will you make excuses? Or will you fight back? Because if he can do it, why can't you? Lightbulb, think about it. Because your answer will define your future. Skull, I have no choice. Skull, life is unfair. Skull, I can't do this. These are the lies you tell yourself to stay comfortable. The truth? Rocket, weakness is a choice. Strength is also a choice. Rocket, fear is a lie. Doubt is a thief. Rocket, you can rebuild your life, but only if you stop making excuses. Most people see struggle as pain. You see it as an excuse to quit. But let me tell you something. Pushpin Michael Jordan got cut from his high school team. Pushpin Elon Musk was bullied and beaten up as a kid. Pushpin Oprah Winfrey was fired from her first TV job. Fire, but they didn't break. They turned their pain into power. Because here's the truth. Flex biceps pain is not your enemy. It's your greatest teacher. Flexed biceps struggle is not a curse. It's a gift. Backhand index pointing right every challenge makes you stronger. Backhand index pointing right every setback prepares you for a comeback. Backhand index pointing right every failure is a lesson in disguise. So stop feeling sorry for yourself. Stop waiting for life to get easier. Start using your pain to become unbreakable. Rocket, stand up. Right now. Say this with me. I am strong. I am unstoppable. I will not quit. Again. Louder. I am strong. I am unstoppable. I will not quit. Because the words you speak become the reality you live. Every morning, look in the mirror and say, Pushpin, I will win. Pushpin, I will rebuild my life. Pushpin, I am not my past. I am my future. Fire, because the moment you start believing it, the world has no choice but to believe it too. Direct hit final push before the next story. Backhand index pointing right, you have two choices. Stay stuck or fight back. Backhand index pointing right, you can make excuses or take control. Backhand index pointing right, you can live in regret or build the life you want. Question mark, what will you choose? Lightbulb, because your decision today will define your future tomorrow. Police car light, he had nothing left. No money. No hope. No future. Pushpin people laughed at him. They called him a failure, a loser. Pushpin, his family stopped believing in him. Even his friends walked away. Pushpin, he looked in the mirror and saw a broken man staring back at him. Skull, he was at his lowest point, ready to give up, ready to quit on life itself. But then something changed. Backhand index pointing right one night, sitting alone in the dark, he asked himself, "Is this how my story ends?" Cross mark no. Collision, he made a decision to fight back. Pushpin, he stopped blaming others. Pushpin, he stopped waiting for help. Pushpin, he stopped feeling sorry for himself. Rocket, and he started rebuilding his life. From nothing, he woke up before the sun. He worked harder than ever before. Pushpin, while others slept, he was up grinding. Pushpin, while others partied, he was working on his future. Pushpin, while others doubted him, he kept pushing forward. Police car light, he failed again and again. But this time, he refused to quit. Police car light, he fell down over and over. But this time, he got back up stronger. Fire, because he knew one truth: there are no excuses. Direct hit, and today, the world knows his name. White heavy check marked the same people who laughed at him. They now respect him. White heavy check marked the same people who doubted him. They now admire him. White heavy check marked the same people who walked away. They now wish they had stayed. Backhand index pointing right, because he didn't let excuses define him. Backhand index pointing right, he didn't let his past control him. Backhand index pointing right, he rebuilt his life, because he decided to. If he can do it, why can't you? You have the same 24 hours, the same chance, the same opportunity. Backhand index pointing right, the only difference? Rocket, he took action. Question mark, will you? Hourglass, not on how many times have you said? Backhand index pointing right. I'll start tomorrow. Backhand index pointing right. I'll do it next week. Backhand index pointing right. I'm waiting for the right time. Police car light, enough. There is no perfect time. Pushpin, tomorrow is not promised. Pushpin, next week is a lie you tell yourself. Pushpin, your future is shaped by what you do right now. Backhand index pointing right, stop making excuses. Start making progress. Skull, fear is the #1 reason people stay stuck. Cross mark. What if I fail? You've already failed if you don't try. Cross mark. What if I'm not good enough? You'll never know unless you start. Cross mark. What if people judge me? They're already judging you, so do it anyway. Fire, fear is not real. Doubt is a thief. Do not let them control you. Backhand index pointing right, because while you wait, pushpin, someone else is taking action. Pushpin, someone else is chasing their dreams. Pushpin, someone else is building the life you want. Rocket, and one day, you will look back and regret that you did nothing. Cross mark. I don't have time. You make time for what's important. Cross mark. I don't know where to start. Just start. Learn as you go. Cross mark. I don't have resources. Use what you have. Start small. Rocket, the only thing stopping you is you. Backhand index pointing right, you don't need more motivation. Backhand index pointing right, you don't need permission. Backhand index pointing right, you just need to decide. Right now, direct hit, the best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is right now. Pushpin, close your eyes. Picture the life you want. Pushpin, now, ask yourself, are you willing to fight for it? Pushpin, if not now, then when? Rocket, stop thinking. Start doing. Right now. Hourglass on life is short. Time is running out. Crossmark, no more waiting. Crossmark, no more excuses. Crossmark, no more wasted days. Direct hit, you have one life. Make it count. Backhand index pointing right, will you stay the same? Backhand index pointing right, or will you finally rise? Collision, this is your moment to decide. Pushpin, stand up right now. Pushpin, look in the mirror. Pushpin, ask yourself, is this the best I can be? Police car light, if the answer is no, then change. Rocket, if the answer is no, then fight. Fire, if the answer is no, then go all in. Thought alone, because one day you'll look back at this moment and realize, backhand index pointing right, this was the day everything changed. Pushpin, no one will do it for you. Pushpin, no one will save you. Pushpin, you have to take the first step. Fire, get up. Move. Fight. And never look back. Fire. Rocket, your new life starts now.